Hey YouTubers, Vincent Romano 26 here, and I have a dumpster dive, home clean out / trade haul for you all. So if you've been watching my Periscopes, there's a house down the street from me that's being cleaned out. I think the gentleman passed away, and he was a hoarder to the extreme. And as you know, I'm filming in my original form of recording, because I have a bunch of stuff that I want to show you. If I had a little bit of stuff, I would use my webcam on my computer. But since I don't have a little bit of stuff, I have a lot that I want to show you. I had to lay it out in this way. And just to let you know, everything that you see here, everything, was F-R-E-E. That spells free, credit report, or notcreditreport.com. Baby. So let's get into it. And again, everything was completely free. I can't wait to show you what's in here. I cannot wait. So I guess I will get started here. So this is on reserve for Garland Girl 21. She said she's getting a vanity for her bedroom. And this is Yugoslavian crystal. It just is a vase, a ring holder, and a trinket box in the shape of a heart. I did spill some mineral oil on it, and I'll show you that when I get to my favorite item that I found. And if you've seen it on the scope, you already know what it is. So I got that, brand new in the box, and I just need to get her information so I can send it to her. This next item right here is something that I thought was really, really cool. It's an Occupied Japan teacup and saucer. The plate is chipped, unfortunately. But if you see on here, if we can get that in there, let me see if I can focus on it. That's right, because I'm holding my phone here. Let's see if I can get it. Sorry, guys. Oh, I was flipping around too. So we got Made in Occupied Japan. It does have a small chip. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's there. And it came with that little stand. Focus again. And I can't wait to put that on. I think I'm going to ask 6 or 7 for that. And this box right here was full of a bunch of old photos. There's an old bride book in here. I mean, photos that look like this. I don't know if this was his family member, but there's a sailor and his wife. I think this was taken in the 50s. Awesome. It's full of pictures and stuff like that. Family photos, stuff I'm going to have to re-look through and see what I want and don't want. In this box over here is a set of Nippon, I think it's either a kid's tea set or a mini tea set. Unfortunately, there are 5 plates, not 6, to go with all of the cups. And the teapot, which is really, really nice and big. I know Lakeside Treasures with JoJo, if you're watching this, this is something I think you would like. It's hand-painted Nippon. I have to look up the brand name Nippon, but I think I could probably get $20-25 for that set. And with it came these teapot salt and pepper shakers, along with these ducks, and they're all stamped Japan. This little guy, I think he might just go in the auction pile because he's not worth anything. It's just a little Japan salt shaker. And this looks like an egg cup, a tea set egg cup. Might throw that in the auction box too. These are 2 also made in Japan teacups and saucers. Probably going to put those online for $6, just because it's only a set of 2. And Angie at Treasured Vintage, if you're watching, which I'm sure you probably are, here's a close-up of the silver jewelry that I found. It's just 1920s dimes, I think, that were made into jewelry. There's a necklace, and there's a bracelet. I think I'm going to list both of them together, just because I think they'll do better if I list them together. So those are really, really neat. Don't know if these are worth anything. They're designer shoe clips. They're gold and very, very tacky. But you never know. Over here is an Otagiri jewelry box. I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit just because it's kind of dirty. But on the back, it's marked Otagiri. And it's a music box too, which is great. And it's lacquerware. I don't know if anybody likes lacquerware anymore, but that's exactly what this is. Again, I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit because it is a little dirty, but nothing too bad, I don't think. Found a few pieces of aftershave, I think. This is a aftershave. This is a Chaps by Ralph Lauren. I think it's vintage. It smells really, really good. This one my dad said might be worth some money because it's the brand name Stetson. If any of you guys have seen that episode of The Three Stooges where Curly goes into the wrestling, it was really, really funny. It was the episode where they wanted to marry this guy's, the Three Stooges wanted to marry this guy's 3 daughters. And he said, and they were picking names out of the hat. And Curly picks out the name of the hat, and he goes, "I get Stetson. Which one is she?" It was so funny. This I've never heard of before. This is called Patrix. I think it's aftershave too. I have to research it. It's Louis Philippe. I can't read it even. Monaco. So I'm going to have to do some research on that. I think the Stetson one will do well by itself. But I'm going to have to look this one up real quick. Over here was something I was extremely shocked to find. This is a 19 teens, I'd say 10s, teens, however you want to put it, Washington McBride baseball card in phenomenal condition. I mean, look what the back says. Let me focus for you, sorry. I'll put it down and focus. It says, Baseball Series 350 Subjects, Piedmont, the Cigarette of Quality, Factory number 2524, District, Virginia. And whoever bought this originally paid $45 for it. And I looked this up on eBay, and they go from $29.95 all the way up to $50. So I'm definitely going to list that in that range. I might start it at $20 just to see what happens to it. Or maybe I'll do a buy it now. I'm still unsure. And these are some other cards that we thought were worth value, or had a value. This one right here, this Baltimore Orioles Future Star card, in good shape, goes for about $30. This one right here, I could probably get $15, $20. This is Ricky Henderson. This is probably from the 50s or the 60s. It's Honus Wagner. And that one's probably going to go for maybe $15. And this is a Cal Ripken, it's like a team card of some sort. And it's worth some money. I forget how much it was, but it was definitely worth something. Good money, and I'm going to probably list this one card by itself, and then I'm going to list the other cards all together. And this house, I'm not going to lie, that mineral oil sticks to everything, and it's all over my hands and everything because I've been messing with my favorite item a lot. Ow. Okay, next item is just this, I think it's for cake, like you put it on the cake, probably from the 60s or 70s, like a little cake decoration. I think it's marked made in the USA somewhere on it. I think it's neat. Got a Brunswick Flyer bowling pin, and it's wooden, very, very heavy. Again, all this stuff was thrown away in the dumpster. Like, who would do that? But they were just ordered to do it, and they were doing their job. Gerson would be proud of me if he's watching this. It's a 1980s Garfield, ice skating Garfield, with the tag. It's made by the brand Dakin. So I think that'll do well. I might ask $15, $20 for that. This little guy right here, unfortunately, is not worth anything, but that's okay because he's just going to go right to the auction. I don't know how well y'all will be able to see the tag or not. Let me see if I can get the... Let me see if I can try to focus down on there for you. Alright, it's called... I couldn't even read it. Bill Mack. It's like a statue of some sort, kind of like those weird 70s looking statues. Again, not worth a whole lot of money. So I'm just going to throw it in my auction box, or stuff to go to the auction. These I didn't get a chance to research. It's a vintage PC game, and it's not like it's like floppy disk, not a CD. So that pretty much dates it. So I'm going to have to look that up and see what that goes for. This goes to, I don't know if it's an Atari game. It goes to something by Magnavox, Odyssey 2. It's still in there, right there. I forget. I think this is for Atari. It's from 1979. So I'm going to have to look that up and see if that's worth anything, and I hope to God it is, because it's brand new in the box. Okay. For the time being, if any of you guys run across this at a Goodwill or a Salvation Army, pick it up, because it's worth some money. This is the Dave & Bowie Sound and Vision 6 LP set. For those of you who know, David Bowie just died a couple months ago. And he was 69, I think. And I opened this up. I did get a little bit of mineral oil up here, if you can see that, unfortunately, from my favorite item, which I'll get to. So this is a little damaged, but I opened it up, and everything else seems to be right as rain. It looks pretty clean. Doesn't look like it was ever even played with or messed with. The records are in beautiful shape. I looked this up, and I scanned it on Amazon, too, and they're going for some good money right now. So I need to get this listed ASAP. So this guy, obviously, I think was a veteran from World War II. And so I got a bunch of his photographs, or photo albums. And we got a victory celebration for the end of the war. Just a bunch of, like, really neat looking things. I mean, I wish I could take some time and just go through them. And I might do that for you all in another video, because there's just too much to look at in here. So that's the first one. I'm not going to go through everything as much as I want to. I think this is just a game thing. Or, no. Something. It's about Native Americans. Oh, this is an Order of the Arrow from the 70s. That's nothing. I'll get rid of that. So here's another photograph book. I mean, this has got some really, really neat looking stuff in it. I mean, this is not just mess around stuff. I mean, this is some neat looking stuff. It's all 70s pictures, I think. So what I'll do is I'm going to sift through this. I'll send that one to auction probably, unless I find something really cool in here. This, I think, came off of... Oh, look at that. This is from the 40s. I love this. It's got hula girls on it. And there's some nudie ones in there, so sorry if anybody's offended. So here's another photograph. Here's some pictures, I think, of the guy who lived in the house. Let's see if I can get all of this in here. But this is just some fascinating things. I mean, this guy clearly was in the Navy or the military. Just some fascinating things. And I think this goes to this. Sorry. This piece goes to that. So you open it up, and then there's the pinup hula girl stickers. And there's some pictures, just some family pictures. I mean, here's the school. This is all probably World War II era. There's Navy pictures. I mean, just look at the style of some of these clothes and everything. Just really, really neat. Definitely my kind of era. And if these people were still alive, boy, the stories they would tell. Oops. This came out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All the sailors in their suits. So here's just pictures, I think, from the 50s. I'm not going to go through everything again, but just look at all the cool stuff. This is the kind of stuff that I love to find. Just looking at pictures of people in the olden days dressed in their styles, the hair, the clothing. This looks like a picture of a pinup girl. It looks like there's some neat looking stuff in here. So yeah, that's all this stuff. Oh wow. And there's plenty of stuff in that box over there, but I don't want to go through all that and bore you to death. I'll go through the photographs another time. Okay, let me stack all this back up again for you. And over here, I know clothing is one of the most boring things to ever watch in a haul video, but I'm just going to go through them really, really quickly because I know how boring it is. So these are Wheaton Hockey Club shirts. They're from the 1970s, just judging by the tags and everything like that. They're marked made in the USA. I don't see anything like them on eBay, so I'm going to probably list them as unique, or maybe I'll try to sell them locally, because Wheaton is not that far from where I live. Found this hockey. I think this is for the Capitals in the 70s. Look at the sportswear tag on that. That's definitely not modern. And the only reason that I kept these, and I think these are probably from the 80s. Whoa, stuff's flying all over the place. So I kept this skirt because it's made by Worthington. If you guys can see that, Worthington clothing, and I do apologize, this stuff has some really bad smells of cigarettes, so I'm going to wash this stuff before I do anything, or maybe I won't, maybe I'll just spray it with Febreze or something. So that's the skirt, very, very 80s looking. I'm going to list that for probably $19.99 on eBay. And here are some pants, and again, the only reason I kept them was because they're brand new with the tags. I don't know how old they are, but the suggested retail is $44. They're Alfred Dunner, so I'm going to look them up. And I have another Alfred Dunner skirt right here, brand new with the tags, and the suggested retail was $46. So I'm definitely going to look, I looked these up, I'm going to probably ask $24.99 for this one because it's brand new. This one has some stains in it, and it's a woman's t-shirt. It says, I live, love, eat, drink, and sleep hockey. And again, it has that same Sportswear XL number on it, or tag on it, so that's definitely the 70s. It does have some light stains on it that I'm going to try to get out, which I hope to God I can get out. I'll see. If it's not, it's just going to go right to donation. And then the last thing on this was something I wasn't expecting to find in that house at all, and I'll probably turn the light off here. But this is an insanely nice print. I think this was framed in 1981, and it's probably a 60s or 70s print. It's not a painting, it's a print. It's extremely cool. It's got a moon, a really nice view of a lake. Just a really, really cool picture. And it comes with a built-in light on it, and it was free. It's dated 1981 on the back, but I think it was framed in the 80s. Just an extremely nice painting. And over here is something that I traded with my dad. I gave him a first aid sign that I pulled out of the dumpster, and he told me that I could have this really neat looking, I would date it to late 30s, early 40s, Chesterfield cigarette paper advertisement. Worth about $25 to $35. I'm just going to frame it and put it up if I have space for it. And yeah, that's everything here. I think I covered everything on this tape, or on this. Oh, no, I didn't. So I found this. I didn't find anything like it on eBay, so I'm probably going to have to do more research on it. It's in, I think it's Angels or something like that. The Angels. It's a hard helmet, kid's helmet. So I can't wait to list all this stuff. And again, I got everything for free. You can't beat free. Okay, and if those of you who have seen my Periscopes, you know how obsessed I am with this item, and I mean I am obsessed with it, because I've been wanting one for so long. And it's crazy how I got it for free, because it was just hanging in the house, and I'll get to that story once I show it to you. Boom, 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 boom. Ta-da! This is a late 60s or mid-60s to 1970s goddess rain lamp. These were extremely popular in decor. It's very Hollywood Regency. It's white and gold. And the goddess it was in beautiful shape. It was just hanging in the house, and they were going to throw it away. And I was like, not on my watch. You're not throwing this thing away. Well, I didn't say that. I was thinking that in my head. It works perfectly, and usually when you find these, you don't know if they're working. It did have some oil in it. And what was funny is I took my first trip into the house, because they didn't care if you went in the house, because they were just working to clean it out. And it was hanging right in the living room. And I was like, oh, because I'd been wanting one of these for so long. Let me see if maybe I should turn the lamp off so you guys can see what it looks like. And I think I'm going to do that. And I'll turn it right back on. That's what she looks like. Insanely cool. I absolutely love this piece. I think I might make this my thumbnail. Or I don't know. She needs to be turned off anyway, so it's fine. So that is my dumpster dive, home clean out, trade haul. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Follow me on Periscope at Vincent Romano. Friend me on Facebook. The link is down below. If I don't get it within a few days, I only go on about once a week, so I apologize for that. Garland Girl 21, make sure you message me your address so I can get you your vanity set. And thank you all so much for watching. This has been a great experience for me, and it was the coolest thing I've ever done. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below as well. Thank you.